Exercise every day, seeing my family, keeping things in perspective, reading history, reminding yourself that this is a long-term proposition and you're not going to get everything exactly right, but hopefully, if you're moving things in the right trajectory, that things usually work out. The worst thing about being president is all the noise, all the political games. You know, it can be like a hall of mirrors, where just a few people are talking to each other and never breaking out of it. And Michelle is very good at making me focus not on the immediate orbit that we're in, but what's going on outside of it. Let's be clear here. 7 presidents have tried to reform a healthcare system that everyone acknowledges is broken. 7 presidents have failed up until this point. You know, we live in history, and it's complicated, and things aren't always, completely clean. This is a town where once a screw-up happens, people can't just say, "Oak, that was a screw-up and let's fix it." There has to be, 2 weeks worth of cable chatter about it. There's got to be a sense sometimes that we're willing to rise above our particular interests, our particular ideas, in order to get things done. Right now, that culture has, I think, broken down over the last several years, and one of my jobs over the next 3 years is to try to see if we can revive that. The one thing I'm clear about is that I'd rather be a really good 1-term president than a mediocre 2-term president, and I believe that. When your poll numbers drop, you're an idiot. When your poll numbers are high, you're a genius. If my poll numbers are low, then I'm cool and cerebral and cold and detached. If my poll numbers are high, well, he's calm and reasoned. My point is the easiest thing to do in politics is to point fingers, to figure out who to blame for something, or to make people afraid of things. That's the easiest way to get attention. That's what reporters will report on. You call somebody a name, you say, "Look what a terrible thing they've done, and they're going to do more terrible things to you if you don't watch out." Let's acknowledge that democracy has always been messy. Let's not be overly nostalgic. I've got a whole bunch of portraits of presidents around here, starting with Teddy Roosevelt, who tried to do healthcare reform and didn't get it done. The reason that it needs to be done is not its effect on the presidency. It has to do with how it's going to affect ordinary people who right now are desperately in need of help. I also have the shortest commute of anybody I know, and that makes a huge difference because it means no matter how long I'm working any given day, I can always go upstairs to see my wife and kids. And that's something I probably appreciate more than anything else about being here in the White House. The Lincoln bedroom, I don't go into much, except when there are visitors. Every once in a while I'll sneak in, just to reread the Gettysburg Address. I will say that the South Lawn is extraordinary, and we built this place set out here that Malia and Sasha used to use a lot. They're now getting old enough where sometimes they don't use it as much as we expect. But I've got nieces and nephews and kids of staff come in, and there are times when I'm working here and I'll look out the window and suddenly somebody's on a swing or laughing as they go down a slide, and it reminds you of why we're doing what we're doing.